All right, let's get straight to the presser just outside court.
With today's guilty plea, Mr. Mangione has accepted full responsibility for the death of Brian Thompson, arising from the events of December 4th, 2024, outside of the United Healthcare Investor Conference here in Midtown Manhattan. It was a single tragic event, yet he's being prosecuted twice for the same conduct. As Luigi explained in court today, he endured years of severe, debilitating pain following a broken back while struggling to navigate our healthcare and health insurance systems. Like the thousands of people who've reached out since this tragedy to share their own experiences, he believed that the system had failed him and destroyed his life. Despite this being a single isolated event, Mr. Mangione has been unfairly treated since the outset in every way and has successfully fought off terrorism charges and the death penalty, while also fighting at the same time two simultaneous prosecutions in two jurisdictions who are trying to punish him twice for the exact conduct. He's been treated differently from every other defendant charged with this offense in New York. However, thankfully, New York law does not allow this. New York law does not permit a person to be prosecuted and punished twice for the exact same crime under a statute that governs successive prosecutions. It's also known as the double jeopardy law. Today's guilty plea triggers this statute, and we just filed our motion in state court explaining why the state charges must be dismissed under New York's double jeopardy protections. We will not be taking any other questions. Thank you so much for coming.
All right, Brian, I want to take it straight to you because we've been talking about double jeopardy ever since we got word that this plea was going to happen today. We sort of expected that this is what we were going to hear from Mangione's defense lawyers. And I know, Aaron, if you want to try and grab Mangione's lawyer there that we just heard from, Karen Friedman Agnifilo, go for it. I can vamp with Brian if you need to do that. So, Brian, let's take it back now to double jeopardy protection. We heard it right there from Mangione's legal team. We expected this, right?
Absolutely. I think this was the only play that made sense, and it is a long shot, but it is probably the strongest argument they have. And this is how I'll explain it. I'll make it so that all of you guys are experts in double jeopardy by the end of this. Double jeopardy stands for the concept that you cannot be charged for the same crime, and I'm emphasizing crime, twice. The way that the law has made this out, both in state and federal court, is that where there are two different jurisdictions, federal and state, and different crimes, that is not double jeopardy. Now, New York State has a more specific law that goes beyond that, and that's what they're trying to figure out if this is double jeopardy.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question, but I want to get right back to Aaron, because Aaron, apparently you just got your hands on this statement as well from Thompson's family.
Brian Thompson's family, who had never been here at court, Kira, issued a statement moments after Luigi Mangione pleaded guilty and, as his attorney said, accepted responsibility for killing Thompson, saying that today's guilty plea marks an important step toward justice for Brian and for our family. While nothing will ease the pain of losing him, we are grateful that the federal justice system has held the person responsible for this heinous act accountable. Now we look to the court to ensure that sentencing reflects the severity of this crime. We remain mindful that additional proceedings in New York and Pennsylvania are still to come, and we will continue to seek the justice Brian deserves. That statement on behalf of Brian Thompson's family. I think it's interesting to note a couple of things there. They note that there are other prosecutions in the works, but the family does not make a statement as to whether they believe what happened here in federal court is sufficient justice. It seems as though they will wait to see what sentence federal judge Margaret Garnett hands down later in December during a sentencing hearing.